I serve my queen. Your rival is not.
I wish
always
we'd
your
time
enemy.
for more pleasant introductions, but we can't all be Chronorma, can we? I am Solistra, Major Domo for Alexstrasza, the Lifebinder, Queen of the Dragons. Queen Alexstrasza asked me to convey her kindest regards and escort you to her at the life pools, but I'm afraid I must ask you for assistance before we go meet her. Our ancient rivals, the Jarradin, have awoken from their slumber under the earth and have already assaulted a nearby outpost.
Lifebinder be with you.
How can I help defend against the Jarradin?
I will await you. Cadet Sendrax, escort the adventurer to Commander Lethanak outside Dragonheart Outpost. Assist with the evacuation of the whelplings and wounded.
Yes, Major Domo.
Rathian and I will take to the skies and keep the Jarradin contained inside Scalecracker Keep.
Do hurry along, champion. After all, we wouldn't want the battle to be over before you even arrive.
Engage only when the whelplings and wounded are secure. The rest of the visitors must remain here until it is safe to leave the embassy.
Oh, I'm gonna miss all the fun.
There's plenty to study here before we move on, Toddy.
We each have a duty before us. By wing or by talent, see it done.
Ready to serve.
The Jarradin have awoken? This is not good.
I'm always here to help.
I've only read of the Jarradin in books, ancient rivals to the dragons, powerful giants with mastery over earth and lava, dedicated wholly to hunting dragons to extinction. Sendrax furrows her brow at the distant volcano. My instructor said they hadn't been seen since the dragons left as they slumbered deep in the earth. If they've awoken, every whelpling on the Isles is in danger. Follow me, I'll take us to Commander Lethanak at the Dragonheart Outpost.
It was nice to meet you.
We'll launch expeditions to every corner of these isles as soon as it's safe to do so.
Oh, where's the fun in being safe?
Do you need my
Lead me to
help?
Dragonheart Outpost.
We'll move swiftly. Dragonheart Outpost isn't far. Welcome to the Dragon Isles. According to legend, the Jarradin are the dragon's most formidable rivals. They were ruthless and powerful, killing countless dragons in ancient times. When the dragons left, and the land went dormant, so too did the Jarradin slumber. But now, the land itself reawakens with glorious life. May we never tire of its beauty. We Dragonids have stayed vigilant as we safeguarded the Oath Stones, symbols of the Dragonflight's power. The return of the Jarradin will test us to the limit. May we prove worthy of the challenge. Commander Lethanak, Cadet Sendrax and ally reporting on the Major Domo's orders.
The Shrine Guard protect.
I will take what reinforcements I can get. We must act swiftly.
Protect your allies.
We may not have the power to take back our outpost, but we do not have to surrender without a fight. Show them we still have teeth.
For the Lifebinder. Report back.
They descended upon us before we could even respond. My guards held as long as they could as we evacuated the young and the helpless, but I fear there are more within the outpost. Cross that bridge and search for survivors.
I am trusting you with the lives of my brethren. Anything to report? Report back.
We cannot rest yet, but I breathe easier knowing we have rescued them. Thank you.
For the Lifebinder,
Wonderful.
protect your allies.
Cadet Sendrax has informed me of our Major Domo's plans. Thank the Lifebinder that we have their help. Their interference gives us the reprieve we need to get our wounded back to the life pools to be treated. I wish I could reinforce Silistra, but I must keep my guards near the wounded. Go to the enemy stronghold to meet them. If there were another way of handling the Jarden, I would ask it. But as it were, you must do what you must.
Dismissed.
The wagon is ready to go.
Wait. I need you for another vital task, Cadet.
I will see it done, even if it costs me my life.
Easy, young one. We will need our most veteran warriors to combat the rise of our ancient enemies. Head to the Lifebinder Conservatory and rally the Draconid to the life pools.
Right away, Commander Lethenek.
The Isles have a
The wounded are stabilized, but something still troubles me. A pair of dragon spawn ecologists had come to the outpost to study the wetlands. I haven't seen scale nor claw of them since the attack, and it's become worrisome. If you're venturing out, would you mind keeping an eye out and make sure they're safe? And do take care. Rumor has it those wetlands are Gorlock infested.
aspects watch over you.
Isles have awakened. Aspects.
An attack? On Dragonheart Outpost? Well, that does sound serious, but as you can see, we're dealing with our own crisis here.
May the flights protect us. For Dragon.
I believe we are gathering enough data safely from here, but Tharu is an exceptional ecologist and prefers we take action. Still, the ecosystem is fragile, and we may damage it if we are not careful. I do, however, agree we don't have much time. It might be worth indulging him. A little. Pulling the rampaging elementals ought to buy us time without impeding our research. Be sure to cull them in equal numbers. We don't want to throw things further out of balance.
May the waters protect you.
And try not to touch anything. All I need is a contaminated workspace and compromised data.
The waters flow once more.
It doesn't take an ecologist to see that the wetlands are in real trouble. But Ishka's got us stuck here examining dead creatures when we ought to be stopping them from dying in the first place. The Red Dragonflight is about preserving life, not dissecting it. I love Ishka, and he's good at what he does. But if we wait until he's done puttering, there won't be any wetlands left to save. I'll manage his overthinking. You get out there, get your boots muddy, and rescue some wildlife.
May the flights protect
And remember,
you.
don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. That was a good fight. Elder Poa and Iskara will be interested in listening to the story of that victory.
It has been so long.
There, the wetlands are fixed. Meanwhile, Ishka is still doing his taxidermy. I mean research. Wait, what do you mean the elementals keep coming?
Aspects watch over you. Honor all.
Did that seem to affect anything? No? Ecologist Ishka sighs. Well, at least we're nearly finished with our research.
Go with the aspects. Until we meet again.
I'm at my wit's end. Tharu and I have made our way through nearly all the corpses, only to stumble at the end because we cannot agree on a methodology. If only he would just listen to me. Ecologist Ishka sighs. The stress of the situation is getting to us both. I don't even have a firm hypothesis yet. You look like you have a strong stomach. Will you take over on these last 2 Gorlocks? You can borrow my scalpel.
Honor all dragons.
Curious, its bones are hollowed. Wind infused? Maybe, but that bloating, it surely drowned. Enlarged swim bladders, Water magic? Yeah, but look at the lungs, it clearly suffocated. Wind and water Gorlocks fighting one another. Ah, nonsense. What are they fighting over?
I have lived to see them return. Aspects watch.
Are those shells? Elemental magic shells? You were right. There's a lot more to this. Their elemental bickering must be spilling out over the wetlands.
We serve once more.
It's the Gorlocks fighting that's been harming the wetlands, so? Ecologist Ishka looks ashamed. I think I understand now.
For dragonkind. May the water...
Well, I'm glad Tharu now sees my point of view. I'm also grateful he had you rescue wildlife while I was dawdling. The situation is much more dire than anticipated. He was right to take action. With what we've learned, I fear this elemental bombardment won't stop until we've dealt with the Gorlocks. If I were Tharu and thinking actionably, I would go straight for their leaders. Without anyone to rally around, the fighting should dissipate and no longer threaten the wetlands.
Until we meet again.
You were right to step in, Tharu. This is more dire than I anticipated.
Until we meet again.
I was a fool to doubt Ishka when he insisted there was more to this. He wouldn't be my mate if he wasn't always 2 steps ahead of me. We can make it up to him by taking action, of course. If it's shells that are causing all the elemental chaos, why don't you go into their camp and take those shells right out of their slimy hands? Bring back piles of the wind and water shells, enough for Ishka to research to his heart's content.
Stand firm in your...
I'm sorry, Ishka. I should have listened when you said there was more going on. This duckling flails around frantically inside the bubble, quacking in fright. Maybe the ecologists would know how to help it.
Aspect's grace shine down on you.
Ishka, look at this little guy. Did you bring this duckling to us to keep it safe? I think it likes it there. In there. What should we call you, little one? Baru, we can't possibly keep him. Waddles. His name is Waddles.
We safeguard the isles.
That ought to show them. Ishka and I will take these back to the life pool, somewhere they won't cause any more trouble. You've done good work here today. We'll look after Waddles. Let us know if you find any other lost ducklings out there.
Continue to serve. Go with the
That ought to leave them scrambling, at least for a while. Thank you for all your help.
May the flights protect us.
That should buy us some time to calm everything again, but we'll have to remain vigilant. It ought to be easier now that we're not bickering worse than the Gorlocks. Well said, dear. We've cleared this tower for our leaders. Head up to join them.
Champion! Good news from the outpost, I hope? Do you trust me?
It does my heart well to hear such good news from Dragonheart Outpost during such a terrible time. The refugees will be safe at the life pools. Even the Jarden would not raise arms against the might of Queen Alexstrasza herself.
Never let your guard down.
Ah yes, I saw the leader of these giants headed back from the raid shortly after I arrived. She's celebrating their victory somewhere within the camp. It would be a shame if someone interrupted her revelries, don't you think?
The Black Talon are always watching.
While Celestra and I attracted their eyes above, shadows crept in through their defenses. My agents, the Black Talon, are keeping an eye and ear throughout the keep. Meet them and let them know you're on our side. They'll give you some valuable information on our enemies.
Learn from... We will draw their eyes above for you. That should give you some cover. We will meet you at a forward position when you've done some good work.
Come then. The red dragon flight wasn't ready for the surprise attack. The Jarden seemed to be hoping for a tougher fight next time.
Got something to report?
What have you observed about the Jarden?
See, the Jarden consider the outpost a well-earned victory against their ancient foes. They're already talking about another raid, and another, and another. It seems this is just the beginning.
This better be important.
What have you observed about the Jarden?
This meat grinder is a good leader.
and she's riding high from that victory at the outpost. Her soldiers adore her. She's going to cause a lot of trouble if she's left alone. Good luck.
At a glance, this seems to be an internal communications between Jarden camps. The words Obsidian Citadel leap out at you. Perhaps Rathian would be interested in seeing this.
You stand before the Black Prince.
That is troubling to say the least. Yet another reason to fight them.
Every action has consequences.
A treat. I love seeing into the minds of my enemies. Helps me strike fast, strike true. Let's see. The Obsidian Citadel? No. No! The Jarden seem to have no shortage of bodies to throw in our way, but perhaps this blow shall give them pause. Well done, friend.
Don't do anything? The Jarden scheme to claim the Obsidian Citadel, the Black Dragonflight's seat of power. Enough of this!
Patience, Rathian.
I will have the luxury of patience when they are scoured from my home!
I serve my queen.
I truly feel for Rathian, but we cannot rush in. We must take care of the duties that still weigh upon us.
Your rival is not always your enemy.
Commander Lethanak was insightful, as always. We will need the help of our most veteran guards to stop their threat. Rallying them was the perfect task for a young cadet like Sendrax, but she may need support. Sendrax's path will take her towards the west, which may have been overwhelmed by this rising threat. They will need aid as well. Take this concoction and give them your support.
Lightbinder be with you.
Aspects watch over you.
In all my years of tending to the lava elementals, I've never seen them act like this. We can barely keep them contained to the cave. Do you have a minute to spare? We'll hold the exit while you thin their numbers inside. Here, take this bottled water elemental with you. I always carry a few spare bottled water elementals when I'm looking after the lava elementals. Natural enemies make for good distractions. Thank you for a moment's respite. A caretaker's work is never done.
Until we meet.
Are you looking for the young cadet Sendrax? She hasn't returned yet.
We serve once
Sendrax stopped by and rushed through. That one is a whirlwind. I like her.
Go with the aspects.
Cadet Sendrax came through here not long ago. She relayed Commander Lethanak's orders for all Draconid to rally back at the life pools. Our whole defensive regiment set off in that direction not long after. But our scouts were out on patrol in the old ruins, so she headed there to rally them too.
For Cadet Sendrax is showing some real promise with her eager attitude. She will be leading her own regiment if she continues this way.
How are you? You be careful, man.
Over here, and stay low. We must save the eggs.
Thank the aspects you're here. Sendrax looks around frantically to ensure you weren't followed. I couldn't find the scouts. The primalists are here. I don't know what to do.
Our ambush was a success. The convoy yielded enough eggs to begin. Go now. Infuse them with the elements. Wash away the stain of order. Work quickly. Outsiders have come ashore. We cannot let them interfere.
It is up to me to help.
I've read about the primalists before, but never seen one face to face. Sendrax shakes her head and grits her teeth. We have to stop them. Everything depends on it.
Saving the eggs is
I haven't read anything in the archives about the primalists stealing dragon eggs before. This is bad. Very bad.
This is my calling. I will protect.
There is no higher charge given to a Draconid upon their graduation than to defend every single dragon egg with their lives. It's why we train, why we exist. I can no longer hide and observe. By stealing and infusing these eggs, the Primalists threaten the entire future of the Dragonflights. We are vastly outnumbered, but will you stand by my side? Will you fight to save the Dragonflights?
This is my calling.
Commander Lethanak warned us recruits that he had received reports of the Storm Eater, Razagath, escaping her prison. It seems her servants have followed in her wake, threatening all we hold dear. They move quickly. These ruins were reported to be abandoned during the last patrol. We must stop the Primalists here. For the Lifebinder, and for all Dragonflights.
Saving the eggs is if even a single dragon egg is in danger. We cannot remain in the shadows.
The pages on this book are charred. The Primalists seem to be burning the ancient tomes found here, putting the Dragonflight's very history in peril. It's as if the Primalists want to erase the Dragonflights from history. Save what you can.
I am sorry. From those primal conduits. Sleep, small one, and be at peace. Stay away from those primal conduits. Grandas Krosu. Solera. Stay away from those primal conduits. These eggs are our future. This is
Our
my
history will
calling.
survive.
I will protect them. Saving the eggs.
Sendrax is clearly
all that
shaken by what
matters.
she had to do. Death was the only mercy left to those poor whelplings.
I will protect them.
Sendrax pats out a lingering flame on her armor. We've done what we could, what was needed.
This is my calling.
A whole brood of whelplings lost. Sendrax straightens her back and sticks her chin up. There's one more location we have not checked yet, the large ritual site where that proto-dragon dropped off the eggs. Let us charge their cruel defenses together and save what we can.
Saving the eggs is all that matters. Follow me. We'll charge the ritual site together. We must save the eggs.
A single egg remains. We have not failed yet. If we can get that egg to Alexstrasza, she will know what to do. There must be a way to save the whelpling inside. Sendrax grits her teeth. Follow me. Together we will rescue that last egg, no matter the cost.
This is my call. Stay behind me. I will endure the conduit's flame while you grab the egg. For the life binder! Now! Grab the egg! Get it! For the flight! For the future.
Aspects. Is that a dragon egg? I will summon the Major Domo at once.
What is the emergency, Askra? Has the enemy... By the life binder! Is that an egg? We call
Is that-
strong to protect the weak.
We safeguard our precious eggs to protect the future of all dragonflights. The Primalists do not simply threaten pain or anguish with their actions. They threaten us with extinction. I must inform our queen at once.
I will await you.
Danger rises from every corner as the land wakes from its slumber. We must make haste if we are to safely reach our home. Take me with you to see the queen, please.
The Queen's blessing. Very well. Just this once. Hold on tight, if you can. The tenders alerted me as soon as a caravan of eggs went missing. But to hear what happened to them... Our flight has endured many blows over the years. We had just started to recover. And now this. The Red Dragonflight was charged with nurturing life. We must stop the Primalists. We must stop the Proto-Dragons.
Welcome to the Ruby Life Shrine, Champion. I am glad my Major Domo has brought you to me safely. But what brings you here so urgently? Where there is life, there is hope. What has happened to this egg? The energies that surround it are... This is dire. If the egg can be saved, it will be here, within the sacred waters of the life pools. Once the young of dragonkind filled this vibrant place. And the ruby oathstone, the very symbol of our calling, cast its bright glow high into the air for all to see. Now it lies dormant, as do all the oathstones. I suspect they fell quiet when we relinquished our aspectral power. There are so many things we left behind. But now that we have come home, we can fulfill the callings of our flights and renew the 5 Oathstones. And through their unity, our absent power shall be restored. Greetings.
This is dire, but our flight has suffered many tragedies over the years. We shall endure.
Treasure the gift you have been given.